Hello guys, today is the day I'm reviewing Final Fantasy XIII because it was just released less than a week ago. I don't remember exactly when. uh, I've heard lots of people complaining about the game, like, oh, this game is so crappy and blah blah blah. Like, I don't like the game because it's too linear and because the characters are awful and they played like 2 hours. 2 hours of the game, and so I'm at let me check. I'm at 5 hours. I've played the game for 5 hours, so I know now how the game works, like the mechanics and all. Like, you have these guys. I can choose to take them by surprise, or I can just choose to go in blindly, like that. See the warning sign? Okay, now the combat system. Some people criticized it. So as you can see, you have 3 bars, and they are going to fill up with things. These things can be organized like that, like attack, ruin, attack, and doing that, this is going to attack with what I said, they will attack. But if, for example, I have something with 2 bars and something like what's remaining on my bar is not enough, they'll just put the only attack and not. Okay, I'll show you. There we go. If I put on techniques, if I put on abilities and blitz again, this is just going to load blitz and not the other ones. But at the same point, my bar is still at 1 when I end up with the thing. Like, I consume 1, 1, 1. Okay, I'm low on life, so I'm gonna take double dose. And on double dose, now I'm able to heal. Otherwise I can't. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to switch to Super Soldier. So hope the other guy next to me is going to improve my attack. There we go. It's going to improve all my stats. But I have to switch depending on what thing I'm doing. If, for example, I am low in life, I'd rather take... Okay, now I'm preemptive strike. It's because I took him by behind. And as you can see, a bar fills up. So this bar is the stagger bar. As you'll see in 2 seconds, stagger. Now they'll take more damages. They take 250 damages more. And the more I attack them, the more it fills up. The more damage I'll do. So that is something new. Yeah, I'm not explaining the system, but you have to play the game really fast, because otherwise your special abilities will not reload as fast. You also have to look for all the little treasure chests. Libra scopes and Libra in general, the technique is just to know what the enemy is weak. Like the weakness of the enemies. Let's see, for example, I use Libra on this guy. Woo! Now I know that the stagger point is at 140%, and that he is weak with thunder and water. So now, I'm trying to stagger it. So I'm going to put on dual casting, so I can use thunder, because he's vulnerable to thunder, as we've just seen with the Libra thing, the Libra spell. And as you can see under my HP bar, you have the TP. TP is the thing that recharges with your score at the end of the fight. And with that TP thing, I can use Libra and know more about the enemy. And so my auto attacks, my auto chain is going to be influenced by the Libra thing. Libra spell. So I only have Thunder now because I'm on dual casting. This is a paradigm. Paradigms, like for example... Oh, I'm dead. See? I didn't change my paradigm, and I was just focusing on dealing damages, and now I'm dead. Because I had to switch my paradigm to be able to heal myself. And there I missed my staggering. My preemptive strike. Okay, so we're going to change to Super Soldier to defeat this guy. So I'm going to get some improvements first. There we go. Now I'm going to use Libra. Could have done that before. Let's put on dual casting now. Let's deal some damages. But I have to watch my HP bar. I have to be more aware of that. Okay, I have to reach the 140%. And then... You know what? I'm going to use potions. Because potions do not heal just one character, they heal the entire group. That's something that changed. And you don't have any cooldown about it. As you've seen, it didn't consume any action bar thing. Yeah. So now I'm not dead, and I'm going to try and get that stagger point. This is a pretty tough guy. I have to use Water and Thunder to beat him. Okay, now I think it's going to get dangerous. But I have my magic improved. So it should be okay. Okay, let's try and kill him now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There you go. So now I'm going to give you an explanation about the score. So I've spent 1 minute and 40 seconds to complete the battle. So I've earned 9,500 points, and my rating is on 3 out of 5 stars. The stars, the rating, means that you are going to get spoils, like real spoils, or not. The spoils are it's the loot basically. So the faster you complete a fight, the better you get better loots. So now I'm going to explain things about upgrades. As you can see, you have the Crystarium. I don't know if you've played Final Fantasy XII, but you have kind of the same thing. Your characters can now develop further. Okay, there we go then. For example, I just got Medic with Lightning. So now, that means I can learn Cure, and I have HP 30, and I'm going to explore it. Get an extra slot for equipping accessories. Oh, interesting. So, under my HP thing, where you can see 440, I have 1,400 CP. This one costs 0. As you see, the CP cost is at 0, so I'm gonna try and learn it. I can't. Why? Okay, it worked. Sorry about that. And you see my CP going down. Whee! And... whoop. Can I see the points I spent? Yeah, 326 points and 350. So I need to get a little bit more to get more HPs. And now I have 500 HPs. Now, for him, Synergist is a good thing. So I'm gonna learn Synergist things. And every time I'll use the Synergist power, the paradigm for a Synergist, I'm going to get these spells I've just learned. I haven't really looked at what they did, but whatever. I'm just focusing on doing stuff for now. Inventory, you can't use your things in your inventory. Like, if I want to use a potion, I can't, because you are being healed every time you go out of combat. And basically, once you get out of combat, you get all your HPs back and you don't have MPs. About summonings. I've got a summoning. They are called,
Any traces on the sea?
oh, they called already. Eidolons. But I never used them. I never used them yet. I just felt them, but never used them. I can play it with Snow. Snow is another character, and he's the only one having the Eidolon. The twin sisters, Shiva. As always, I feel like Shiva is one of the summonings that comes back every time in the Final Fantasy series. So, about the linearity of the game, that's true. Like, the game is pretty linear. The textures are pretty awful.
Maybe we should try it.
Even if you look at the floor, it's just like basic textures.
Don't touch that.
Wait, what if it works?
Leave it.
The faces are pretty awesome.
I told you to leave it.
Then after the characters, people who don't like the characters just need to
I think I can work this.
know better about the characters. You can't just judge the game after 2 hours of playing. Okay. Can I use the thing? Oh. I'm still on the tutorial thing, so I don't know that much about the game. Like, I feel like I should know more about it. And I'm at about like 5 hours. And most people who criticize the game on Steam just played 2 hours. Or half an hour, so don't care about what they say. Just play the game and say, I don't know, just play it and know if you like it or not. Okay, so I can use that. That's crazy. That's the first vehicle of the game, actually. Whoa. That's the first vehicle I've ever used. That's something new. I like that. Whoa. Whoa. I feel like I'm in Alice Madness Returns. At one point you can be a big Alice and you can destroy everything. And that's pretty awesome. Whoop, that's my Facebook. Don't check it. Don't check it. That's my Facebook. Sorry. I should have. I'm sorry. Let's just stop everything while I play. Okay. Oh. Big problem there. How I kicked him out of the... Okay. I don't know how long this is gonna last. But as you can see, it's really linear. I think Final Fantasy XV is going to be less linear than that. But you'll have to see. Alright. I've never played Final Fantasy XV because it's not released yet. Let's just stomp on them. Why do I care? It's not as if I should care about it. Yeah, the game weighs approximately 60 gigabytes. That's really a lot for a game.
Nice landing.
I think the worst I've seen was 20 gigabytes for a simple single player game.
I'm still a bit winded.
You're too soft.
Yeah, lightning is a bit of a bitch, but that's okay. She's just a strong woman. Yeah, no, she's just a strong woman. And she's pretty, how do you put that? Straightforward. She's like working in the military, she's a soldier, so you don't want to mess around with her. I don't know what I've been looking for there. Shouldn't be there. Yeah, the game is way too heavy. The game is way too heavy. So if you don't have 60 gigabytes ready on your computer, if you have a shitty connection on your computer, you'll take like days to just download it. I have a 30 megabytes per second connection now, so I downloaded it in about like 8 hours. But you need lots of space and you need a good rig. Like, my computer is not a little computer, so I can run it. Woo! So this is a weapon improvement thing. I'm not going to tell you all the details about it, but basically all the junk you receive from the game, you can use it to empower your weapons. And oh, have I saved? No. Let me see. Okay, another problem is the save thing. If you look at the saves, you can't just erase one save. Like, you have to make another save and another save and another save and another save. I'm at 48 saves. You can't just overwrite this. You just can't. Every time you're going to access a save point, you're always going to create another save. And that's something that sucks, because I don't like having 10,000 saves. The combat system makes me think of The Last Remnant. I'm going to review it one day. You'll see how it's like this game. It's still linear. You have lots of linearity in The Last Remnant. And this game is really linear too. Like, you don't have a map you can choose to travel across the world or anything. Another thing is the Xbox 360 controller. I'm playing with the Xbox 360 controller. The buttons you have, as you can see, you have post the game is 1, 0, and it goes like that with just numbers. And you don't know what button you have to press when you're looking for something. And that sucks. That sucks a lot. Makes me think of Final Fantasy VIII, where you have to modify the settings of the controller just to be able to have the letters, and you have lots of problems just because you want to put the letters. If I want to put X or A or B or Y or just the buttons behind the controller, just to be able to have Dell's limit break to be able to understand it, because if you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's not going to help you. So that sucks. With what I said, I think this game deserves, like, the story of the game is pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting, but you have to play at least 4 hours to be able to like the story. If you play just 2 hours, you'd be like, what the hell is that game talking about? Because you have lots of flashbacks. So I'm going to give a 7.5 out of 10 to this game, and this game is approved because I still want to play it. I still want to play it, even with all the problems this game have. I still recommend it. I'll have lots of fun playing it. You have to get all the different things you can get from the game to be able to enjoy it. I'm not explaining the Fortisol and Aegisol, but for example, oh yeah, I'm going to. Like now, I'm more powerful at the beginning of the game, and if I used the other one, I would have been able to skip all the combats. It's just how you do it. Also, you're not able to control the other character. You can only control one character at a time, and the other characters adapt on the other characters you're playing. It depends on your paradigm. I don't remember exactly how it was on The Last Remnant, but it's kind of the same thing. Except on The Last Remnant you have to have strategies and stuff. But yeah. So
Road splits here.
I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in another video. Don't forget to be awesome, guys.